baby.
Thanks very much to you, and thanks very much to this expansive team of dreams on news tonight. Can you turn that down a little bit? I feel like I'm fighting. That's new boy Paul Kitchener. Remember the name, he's terrific. We've had Captain Scripts, we've got Nikki Cardwell, we've had Marie, we've had Ben, and my long-suffering producer, I can say that now, Charlie Mushroom. See you next week if you're in the mood. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds Up. Your smart trousers on.
BBC News at 8 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. Western countries have been accused of hypocrisy by the president of FIFA for their criticism of Qatar's human rights record just a day before the World Cup kicks off. The countries come under fire in the build-up to the tournament for its treatment of migrant workers and the LGBT community. In a long speech, Gianni Infantino said he understood the discrimination faced by marginalised groups because he'd grown up with red hair. The sports journalist David Conn doesn't think he came across well.
The minute that he said that he feels like all those different disadvantaged people and he feels like a migrant worker, I looked at what his current salary is as the president of FIFA, and it's 2 million Swiss francs. And it just shows an awful lack of self-awareness.
The United States says it's working on proposals at the UN Climate Summit to help poorer nations meet the cost of global warming. A number of developed nations have reportedly agreed to a loss and damage fund in principle, but nothing has been officially signed. The former Agriculture Minister for Jordan, Hazim Al Nasser, says progress at COP27 has been slow.
The world is still discussing and debating the impact of climate change. I think all of these issues will be pushed again to COP28. What's happened in the global arena in terms of COVID-19 impact and the Russia-Ukrainian war shifted the global focus from climate change to other issues.
Rishi Sunak has travelled to Ukraine, where he offered the country another £50 million worth of military aid. At a meeting with the country's president, Volodymyr Zelensky, Mr Sunak said Britain would continue to stand with Ukraine. A man staying at the Manston Migrant Processing Centre in Kent has died after becoming ill at the site. The Home Office said there was no evidence that he died of an infectious disease. The site has been criticised for overcrowding, and there have been reports of diphtheria spreading there. Both the men and women's Australian Rugby League teams are celebrating tonight after they won their respective World Cups. The two sides put on dominating performances at Old Trafford. The Gillaroos thrashed New Zealand 54-4 before the Kangaroos secured a 30-10 victory over Samoa. Matt Newsom was commentating.
Oh, brilliant ball! And it's going to be Latrell Mitchell who glides over for what will be
what a pass.
A bit of crowning glory for Australia. World champions, world class.
And NASA says it expects humans to visit the moon for lengthy stays sometime this decade. Officials say that as part of the agency's Artemis mission, habitats will need to be created there to support scientific operations. The last manned mission to the moon was in 1972. And the weather, blustery rain sweeping across Northern Ireland and much of the west this evening, spreading eastwards across England and Scotland overnight. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 8.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Lisa. She's off out raving again tonight. Hope you have a good time, love.
Keep this frequency clear.
Live on the BBC Sounds app.